Hi children, I hope you have seen my first video on lesson number 3 noun. Children, to watch this video, it is a must that you see the previous video on noun. In that video, we have covered various types of nouns as well as singular and plural. In this video, I am going to start with genders and cases. So let's start.
Children, this is the exercise D. In this, you have to correct the errors in the use of nouns or verbs in these sentences. For example, the news are bad. So, news is considered as singular, and so it is required is here. News is yeah, here it will be is. So, in this way, you will be solving the exercise D, and then we'll be moving down to uncountable nouns. Some nouns are uncountable, we cannot count them. For example, water, milk, butter, iron, excitement, research, traffic, wisdom, etc. These nouns cannot be counted, they are uncountable, all these nouns. So the exercise is based on this. Identify whether the highlighted nouns in these sentences are countable or uncountable. For example, I do not like milk. Milk you cannot count, so it will be uncountable. Then moving down to the next example is mix the butter and the flour well. Butter and flour you cannot count. So this is also uncountable. Then I have to fix this vase. Get me some glue. Vase, it can be counted in numbers, so it will be countable, and glue again cannot be counted, so it will be uncountable. Moving down to this exercise again, see one more example, 10th example 10. Complete your homework before you go off to sleep. So homework is uncountable, you cannot count because you don't know how much of homework you are getting, you cannot count it. Then next example is, could you please give me some information about the Smiths? Again, information is also uncountable. So in this way, this exercise will be solved, exercise E. Moving down to, we are going to see gender. Children, gender you have been studying for the past couple of years. So you must be aware of masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, and neuter gender. Masculine gender consists of male members of the species, that is men, boys, male animals are of masculine gender. Feminine gender, female of the species, for example, women, girls, female animals are of feminine gender. Then there are some common genders. Nouns that can stand for males or females are of the common gender. For example, baby, student, friend, guest, etc. These are all common gender. Then there are some neuter genders. Noun that refer to lifeless objects. There are some objects which are lifeless. They are termed as neuter gender. For example, a book, chair, table, bag, etc. Children, there is given the list of masculine and feminine gender. For example, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, grandfather, grandmother, landlord, landlady, etc. Here you are having stepson, stepdaughter, master, mistress, father-in-law, mother-in-law, manservant, maidservant, king, queen, etc. These are all the masculine and feminine gender. This masculine and feminine gender table you can write down in your practice copy for revision sake. Then we are moving down to a list of comprising some masculine, feminine nouns for male, female, animal and birds. Specifically, this is meant for animals and birds. There is one general word for the animal and special word for male and female. So this table also will be written down in the practice copy. This is for your practice sake, you can learn it by heart. Animal, fowl, masculine is rooster and feminine is hen. Animal type is goose, masculine is gander and feminine is goose. Animal type is duck, masculine drake, feminine duck. Moving down to animal horse, masculine is stallion and feminine mare. Then animal donkey, masculine jack, feminine jenny. Cat is masculine tomcat and feminine is tabby cat. This box will be written in practice copy. Rewrite these sentences by writing the opposites gender noun for the highlighted words. Make other necessary changes. For example, this tigress is very ferocious. So you will be changing the word tigress here and you will be writing the feminine gender of masculine gender of tigress. Like for example here, this stallion is a very famous. This stallion is very famous. He has won many races. You will write here, this mare is very famous and she has won many races. Then the next example is, my father is very strict. He does not allow me to stay up late. My mother is very strict. Here you will be writing, my mother is very strict and she does not allow me to stay up late. Then moving down to, the king crowned the prince, the next heir to the throne. The queen crowned the princess as the next heiress to the throne. So this is the way you have to change the exercise in these sentences and then rewriting this exercise again by changing the genders. This is exercise F. We are moving down to case. The case of noun can be classified into 5 kinds: nominative, objective, possessive, vocative, and dative. Let us learn about them. The first one is nominative. Nominative, when a noun or a pronoun is used at the subject of the verb, it is said to be in the nominative or subjective case. Meaning in a sentence, the subject will be considered as nominative. For example, Rajat and mother. Rajat and mother will be considered as nominative case. Objective, when a noun or a pronoun is used as the direct object of the verb. Children, in the previous video, we have seen what are the direct object and what are the indirect object of the verb. So it is said to be the objective or accusative case. We bought some oranges. In this sentence, we is the subject and oranges is the object. In the next sentence, John is the subject and seed is the object. So it is the objective type which is called accusative case. The third is possessive. When a noun or a pronoun shows ownership or possession, it is said to be in the possessive or genitive case. For example, this is Mira's desk. These are the children's toys. This sentences is showing Mira's possession of the desk, meaning the desk belongs to Mira. In the second sentence, these are the children's toys, meaning the toys belongs to the children. So the possession, meaning it belongs to someone. Mira, the desk belongs to Mira and the toys belongs to children. So this is showing the possession, and that is why it is called the possessive case, which is the genitive case. Moving down to the fourth part, vocative. When the noun is the name of the person being spoken to or addressed, it is said to be in the vocative case. For example, Praveen come here. Latika, get off the lawn. That meaning the name of the person being spoken to or addressed. That is, in this sentence, Praveen come here. Praveen is also the subject. Moreover, Praveen is being spoken about. Second sentence, Latika, get off the lawn. Latika is also the noun, that is the subject of the sentence. Moreover, we are speaking about Latika. We are calling Latika. So this is the vocative case where the person we are talking about is directly being spoken to. That means the person is speaking to the noun which is mentioned in the sentence. For example, somebody is calling Praveen. Praveen, come here. Somebody is calling Latika. Latika, get off the lawn. So Praveen and Latika are both of them are somebody is calling them and they are the noun. So that is why it is called vocative. The next is the dative. When a noun or a pronoun is used as the indirect object of the verb. Again, I am repeating here. The direct object and the indirect object we have seen in the previous video. So it should be easier for you to recognize the direct object and the indirect object. In the above case, see here, uh, the second objective. In this, we're talking about we bought some oranges. The oranges are direct object. In this case, dative, case number 5, the postman bought a letter for him. The letter is the direct object and him is the indirect object. Then we is the subject. We is the subject. We bought a gift for Priyansh. Gift is the direct object and Priyansh is the indirect object. The postman, in this, the postman is the subject. A letter is a direct object. Him is the indirect object. In the second sentence, we is the subject. Gift is the direct object and Priyansh is the indirect objects. So when we consider dative, we are looking at him and Priyansh. This is the dative case. I hope children you understood these 5 types of cases here. They are nominative when we are talking about subject, objective when we are dealing with the direct object, possessive when we are talking about somebody's possession, somebody possesses something. Fourth one is vocative when the noun is being called about. That means the noun, the name of the person is being spoken to or called. And the fifth is the dative in which we are dealing with the indirect object, him, Priyansh, etc. And this sentence will also be in dative form. The sentence will also be containing the direct object. So you should know what is the direct object and what is the indirect object. I have already explained to you in the previous video also, and we have seen now in these examples also. Let us move down to the exercise. Mark the highlighted words as nominative, objective, possessive, vocative, and dative. Children, in this, all these exercises from D to G, I have solved five exercises in each, and I am attaching the answers with this video. You can tally it down, and the rest of the answers you have to do it on your own, and I will be discussing it with you when we meet. So the 5 answers in this I have already written in my sheet, which will be attached with this video. And just let us see some of the other examples. For instance, sixth one, Paul, wear your shoes. This Paul is being spoken to. So this will be vocative. Jeevan wrote a letter. Letter is a direct object here. There is no indirect object. So it will be objective. Moving down to the next 12th, see for example, he broke the window pane. Again, window pane is the direct object. Then I give this pen to my brother. So in this sentence, I give this pen to my brother. Pen is the direct object and my brother is the indirect object. So pen will be the direct object. Then did you eat Anita's ice cream is similar to the 14th one. You can solve it. Then let us see the 13th one. She is reading a book. Book is the direct object, so it will be objective. Let us see any other example. I think most of the examples I have shown. Yeah. Let us see seventh one. Give her the gift. So in this subject is not there. That means subject we are assuming you. You is a subject here which is not written here. This we have seen in the previous video. Then give her the gift. Gift is the gift is the direct object and her will be the indirect object. So this will be indirect object and indirect object is uh, the dative. So it will the seventh one here will be dative. Give her the object. So this I hope you have understood the exercise G and all the exercises from D to G 5 I have solved and the answers I am attaching with this video and you can tally the answer and the rest of the answers you have to do it on your own and try to solve all the exercises in the practice copy for your revision sake and we will discuss whatever doubts you are having when we meet. Children, these are the answers of exercise D, exercise E, exercise F, and exercise G. I have solved five uh, five exercises uh, in each of the part, that is D, E, F, and G, and you can refer to this so that you can tally your answers and rest of the answers children you have to write on your own so that it will give you a good practice and moreover you will be able to know yourself whether you understood the exercises or not. For example, here I have written five lines of exercise D. 5 part I have solved in exercise D. The news is bad, diabetes is incurable, and so on. Then in the exercise E part, you had to write the uncountable and countable noun. So for uncountable, you had to write U, and for countable, you had to write C. So this I have solved 5 again, and the rest of the exercises you will be doing it on your own. Then in exercise F, you have to change the uh, genders. So 5 exercises I have solved where I have changed the genders. So in the same way, you will be solving the rest of the exercise. Exercise G contained cases where we have seen 5 cases. Nominative, objective, possessive, vocative, and dicative. So the in this way, 5 I have solved. You have to write N for nominative, P for possessive, D for dicative, and O for objective. So in this way, you will be solving exercise G. And there are 4 exercises in this video we have seen, and you will solve all the exercises. You can refer to these answers so that you will not be facing any difficulty or confusion. And try to solve the exercises on your own without taking anybody's help so that it will be easier for you. And we can easily, discuss the answers when we meet. Whatever doubts you are having, mark it down in your copy and you can ask me when we meet. Okay. So this we have completed your chapter noun. Thank you.
Children, I hope you understood the chapter noun. In this video, we have seen genders as well as cases. Children, one answer sheet is attached with this video. That answer sheet contains five exercises from each part, from D, exercise D to exercise G. I have given you 5 answers so that you will have an idea how to solve the exercises. Children, rest of the exercises you have to solve on your own. Verbally also, most of the exercises I have given the answer if you listen to it carefully. Whatever you do not understand, note it down in your copy and watch the video carefully. I hope children you enjoy watching this video in the same way I have enjoyed making it. Goodbye, good luck.